Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So, in this lesson we're going to actually work on applying damage. So, I've come to the player punch right script to start with. And we'll come to the head struck function. Let's put this here for now. So now the way we're going to do it is not the most efficient, but there is a reason for that. This will work with our stat script so we can actually change the values so we can balance the game. But this code will need cleaning up once we've actually found a balance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to code it this way to begin with, and then when we actually finish the series or getting close to finishing the series, that's when we'll come back and we'll tidy up this code and make it more efficient. But for now, let's begin by saying opponent health. So we're referencing that script and we can just give this a naming convention. Let's just use underscore temp damage equals, and we'll reference the fight camera dot underscore opponent dot. Then we'll need to get the component, and what we need is the opponent health. We'll come to the end of the line, we'll open and close brackets, and we'll open and close the game. So let's break this up for commenting. Let's say temp damage is equal, let's break that up there, to the opponent. And we can put referenced from the fight camera script. Let's come to the next line. And then we'll say, and then get the opponent health script. So let's come and we'll create a series of if statements. So if open and close brackets, inside the brackets we're going to reference the choose character manager dot underscore robot black, say double equals true. Let's get that into the comments to begin with. So if robot black equals true, and again you can put in the comments reference from the choose manager script if you wish. We'll use that new variable we've just created of underscore temp damage. We're going to say dot, and then we want opponent and we want the right punch damage. We'll open and close brackets. Let's get this into the comments first. Don't worry about the error, that will disappear once we've finished. In fact, I'll enter between the brackets and then we'll comment up. Then pass the underscore temp damage value into the opponent right punch function. If I downsize this for now, let's come to the opponent health. So just to explain how this works, so we'll assign a value, and what we'll do is then via our new variable of temp damage. We'll pass it into this function, and that temp damage will become this int, and of course we already have the damage applied in that line. So we've finished the actual comment, so let's come to this line, and we're going to reference obviously the black robot stat script dot underscore, and we want the right punch damage. So that is what this value will become, this value for this variable, and then again here. So let's come and close that line off. That should fix our red errors. And we'll say which is the, and again we'll just copy and paste that naming convention in. The right punch damage value from the, and yeah, it's the black robot stats. And we'll just enter there. So obviously we're going to create a series of if blocks for each one of our characters. Now this is where the problem comes in. Obviously we'd like to do this only once, and we can do that. It's actually fairly simple, but what this will allow us to do, doing it this way every time, is it will allow an update if we've made any tweaks in the inspector. So there's still a number of ways we could have done this, but as I said, we're going to do it this way for now. So I'm just going to go through and alter this block for the blue robot. And of course we need to change the script. So blue robot stats. And as I said, once we've actually getting towards the end of the series, maybe even a little bit before that, just depending on how we go, we'll come back and we'll clean up a lot of this code to run more efficiently. But obviously we just want to be able to tweak our code to begin with, so, or our values, so this will help with game balance. So, and it's not a bad example of encoding. This is sometimes the case for those of you new. Sometimes you have to do things a certain way while you're developing, and obviously experimenting to get your game balanced. And then you have to go back, and now I cannot get reference to the green robot script, so let's come here. We'll open up green robot, and we just need to change here in the public class line. So green robot stats. And obviously I just made a quick error when I was creating those. May have done one or two more. Let's see how we go. This is fine. sometimes I have to do these videos in a bit of a rush, in fact quite a lot of time, so I've obviously just not used the full naming convention, but we can quickly fix that. And don't worry, we will be going through the code as we go along and checking everything, but obviously we need to do this for each limb, which we'll do in the very next lesson. We can just copy and paste the code, and obviously once we've done that we can actually begin to test out and see the damage applied. And I hope you'll all enjoy that, because you can actually then, I think, really see the game working. You see all the basic functions working. You can see how the game is beginning to develop. And that's it for the white robot. That's the last one. And as I said, that's all we need to do for now. And what we'll probably do is once you've all had time to actually experiment and find balance, all we really need to do is start to move these if blocks to just one function, and then we can just call that function when the game starts, and that'll be it. We'll not need to do this series of if blocks to be called every time. They'll just need to be called once. So hopefully you all understand why I've done it this certain way, so to allow you to experiment. If you have any questions, as always, please leave them below and I'll try and answer. But we'll leave it here for this video, so I hope to see you next time, and until then, bye for now.